The first one on there, we're gonna work on the bisque, so the soup. Bisque is just our fancy name for pureed soup. Sounds better. And ratatouille. Has anyone heard ratatouille before?
I know the movie.
The movie, yes, the classic French dish. So very, very seasonal dish, using it's usually summer vegetables, but you see zucchini, you see eggplant, you see red peppers, you see ingredients fresh in their prime, in their season. So we figured, let's do a winter ratatouille. So a little change on it. So we got some amazing ingredients here. I've got some parsnips, delicious. We kept the zucchini. You can find them now, even though they're more of a summer vegetable. We have some carrots, and one of my favorite ingredients. I know somebody here must know what this guy is.
Yeah.
That was much better. He's been studying for this. Yeah, celery root. This is the kind of alien-looking orb in your grocery store. It is delicious. It's fantastic. It's very, very similar to parsnip. So I'm going to say very similar to parsnip. It's got a nice sweetness to it. Very similar texture, but you taste celery. It has this incredible kind of aromatic celery undertone to it, and you can cook it like a potato. So you can make this into mashed potato, into kind of like a puree, a soup on its own, delicious, and that's what we're doing here today. So I've included quite a few different ingredients on there. Pick and choose what you want. If you only have celery root, just do it with celery root. If you only have zucchini or carrots, pick and choose whichever ones you want. Pumpkin would be delicious in here. Butternut squash would be fantastic. So yeah, pick your root vegetables and whatever other ingredients you like, and you're just gonna do a rough chop. We're gonna throw them onto a baking sheet lined with parchment. I went and chose the smallest baking sheet I had for some reason. It's not fitting, but try to choose like a bigger baking sheet would be better, because you don't want them overcrowding. This isn't so bad, but you want to make sure that the vegetables have a chance to kind of caramelize. And what this crowding does is it's just going to create like a lot of steam in there, and it's going to make them kind of mushy. But so a bigger pan would be great. Garlic is fantastic. I know everybody likes garlic.
Probably smelled it on your way in.
Yes, we've been getting complaints from the garlic smell, but it's delicious. So what I do is I just kind of halfway cut the top off. We're gonna add a little bit of olive oil or grapeseed oil.
If you haven't roasted your own garlic before, it's a delicious way to really bring out some subtler flavors, and you don't get that bite that sometimes bothers people with the raw garlic.
Mm-hmm. So just a little bit of oil on there. We're just going to put a pinch of salt.
Salt is going to help everything crisp up really nicely in the oven. You don't have to add it if you don't want to, but
just a little bit, yeah.
Just a pinch.
And what it does is it's actually going to promote some of that moisture to come out of the ingredients, and so you're going to get a really nice caramelization. That's what we want in here. The reason, you can do this in the pot, all the vegetables in the pot, like a normal soup, you cook it down. The reason I'm roasting it is because you're gonna create a little bit more intensity, a little more complexity in these vegetables. A little bit of that caramelized, that browning on the outside is flavor. We're looking for flavor, especially when, we're going a little bit easier on the fat, we're going a little bit easier on the salt. We wanna get flavor in other ways. So that's gonna go into the oven, 375. For about 20-25 minutes. We have our super fast oven, even separated them for us.
Oh, beautiful.
So that's what you're looking for. Kind of cooks down a little bit, you get some nice caramelization. This garlic is super soft and super tasty. Actually,
it almost becomes
you.
Sweet.
It's very sweet.
And I hate chopping garlic. It's a lot of work, to kind of get everything out of the husk. And when you roast it, like Jeremy's showing, you just squeeze it right out like a delicious garlic toothpaste and throw it right into your soup.
Garlic toothpaste. Don't brush your teeth with that. And so that's pretty much it. We have all of our ingredients nice and roasted. Now they're going to go into our pot. So I have a large pot, putting it over about medium to medium-high heat. And we're going to add a little bit of oil to that. And I'm just going to saute some onion. Now, I decided, I mean, this can be, in terms of your flavor, in terms of your spices, it can be as simple as you want, or you can, kick it up a little bit. Making a curry from scratch, like a nice curry powder from scratch, especially with root vegetables, you're just taking it to the next level. It's going to be incredible flavors. They work so well with root vegetables. If it's too much, if it's too intense, then maybe go for just dried oregano or dried rosemary or thyme. Something that's still very aromatic, but a little tamer for your taste buds.
Less heat.
Mm-hmm. And what's lovely about curry powders from scratch, I have this spice board that I kind of always keep out here for display, but it has a nice array of whole spices. What I love about curry blends is that it's customized. You can do there's no rules to it. I made some suggestions on there, cinnamon sticks, some fenugreek, some star anise, but pick and choose what you like. If you like it spicy, add some more chili flakes. If you like a little bit more of that anise, go for the fennel seed in there. Building your spice blends from scratch, it's going to separate you from, the next person down the street that's using packaged. So while I was sauteing the onions, I added my curry powder to that. I want to cook it out a little bit, kind of cook some of that powdery taste out of it. And it's only just a couple minutes, like 3 or 4 minutes. Then I can go ahead and add my other ingredients. So this is just some whole plum tomatoes, canned plum tomatoes, which out of season is what I reach for.
This is a great pantry item to have on hand, and the whole thing is trying to go as seasonal as you can. The tomatoes that you see in the store right now aren't going to be the freshest. They've traveled long and far to be with us, but the nutritional value is not going to be as high. So going for the canned ones, actually you're even going to get added benefits because tomatoes contain an antioxidant called lycopene, and when it's heated, the more it's processed and broken down, the higher the levels of that antioxidant.
So just add a little bit of vegetable stock. You can add chicken stock, and everything is going to go in. So those roasted vegetables. Now, like I said, it was a little bit of an extra step to roast them in the oven first, but the flavor is going to be just that much better. So it's an optional step. You don't have to do it. So the vegetables go in. That garlic goes in.
That is going to take the flavor, up to the next level. So we love garlic, so we're putting the whole bulb in.
Everything in.
You don't have to if you don't want to, but there's definitely health benefits of garlic, and it does have some, anti-inflammatory properties, as well as we're now into the cold and flu season, and so garlic has some antiseptic, antibacterial properties to it as well. So we had some people around the office the other day chewing on garlic, trying to not catch the bugs that are going around. This is a better way to enjoy garlic than chewing on the raw
For sure.
cloves, I would say.
I say embrace that garlic breath after. You can show off to your
Serve
colleagues.
it to your friends, and then no one will be bothered by it.
So that's it. I'm just going to season it. So a little bit of salt and pepper. That's going to go up to a boil. You can reduce it to a simmer, and then you can serve it as is, which is nice because you have the colors, or you can puree it so that you have kind of this nice creamy ratatouille soup. So I'm going to serve it up. Do one here. And when you blend it, because you have those root vegetables, some of those white root vegetables, you're going to get this really nice color. I don't know if you can catch that.
It almost looks like a creamy tomato soup.
That's exactly.
Where it looks, very rich, like you've added all kinds of cream to it, but you haven't. It's just the beautiful vegetables packed with nutrients. It's going to contain plenty of fiber thanks to all the vegetables that are in there.
I'm trying to catch it there.
There you go.
It looks better on here, I think, in there. But
Oh, there you go.
and really,
Gorgeous
again,
color.
you can serve it as is. If you wanted to save some of those roasted carrots and zucchini, you can put that aside. I chopped them a little finer. That's you can test your knife skills with that one, and then just a little bit on top. So it's pureed, but you can see what's in it. There you go.